Here we go. This is a video for all the people here that are shilling for Kendrick Lamar, right? So Kendrick Lamar's cousin, Carl, is allegedly a member of the so-called quote-unquote Black Hebrew quote-unquote cult, which is a Zionist cult. And this is from Urban Central. It actually exposes liberal Zionist Kendrick Lamar for what he actually is, which is a liberal Zionist. So, his cousin Carl is allegedly a member of the quote-unquote Black Hebrew, quote-unquote, the cult, the Zionist cult. They actually do have Zionist settlers in Palestine. These so-called quote-unquote Black Hebrew, quote-unquote cult members do. And so allegedly the song Fear is from this perspective of his cousin Carl, right? Allegedly, according to Kendrick. I don't know if I believe that, right? I don't know if I believe that. I don't think I believe it, right? And I don't think other people believe that. I don't think people are buying that. And then, so he brings up more racist Zionist propaganda. The Zionist propaganda of Deuteronomy, right? Again, Kendrick is a liberal Zionist at this point. Kendrick peddles in Zionist rhetoric. And this shouldn't be surprising to anyone. Kendrick's a Protestant. The Black Church has a long pattern of Zionist normalization. I mean, just look at W.E.B. Du Bois, just look at MLK, just look at Paul Robeson. They were all liberal Zionists. In fact, Paul Robeson was even friends with Albert Einstein, who was a Zionist. Right? So the fact that Kendrick Lamar peddles in Zionist propaganda, peddles in Protestant Zionist propaganda, and the fact that, Kendrick gives credence to the Zionist propaganda of his cousins, it's a big red flag. And again, beware of false prophets. This is a great article in Africa as a Country by Boima Tucker. And I'm going to read you an excerpt that really just stood out to me, right? So, looking for answers and explanations of their fate, some have become attracted to conspiracy theories and historical revisionism that can uplift and put Black manhood at the center of global history. However, while groups such as the quote-unquote Black Israelites, quote-unquote, Zionist cult, the NOI and millennial Christian preachers promise a pathway out of oppression, they do so on a road that fails to deliver universal salvation, right? Islamic socialism is the only way that's going to actually deliver salvation, right? So, and it talks about ADOS. And then most recently, an anti-immigrant sentiment amongst Black residents of northern cities, Chicago, Seattle, Portland, has been widely publicized by the national press, New York as well, Detroit, right? So in communities where Kendrick grew up, these strains of Black nationalism and liberal Zionism run deep. Some of the evidence for this can be found in the history of Los Angeles rap. Nipsey Hussle famously quoted conspiracy theories and trafficked in Black conservative capitalism, going so far as to partner with the Republican Party on redevelopment initiatives in his own South LA neighborhood. Now, Nipsey Hussle was Eritrean. The Eritrean community, or part Eritrean, the Eritrean community, much like the Ethiopian community, has a large pattern of Zionist normalization. So, I'm not surprised that he collaborated with the Republicans. So, again, Kendrick is a liberal Zionist. giving credence to Zionist propaganda, giving credence to the so-called quote-unquote Black Hebrew cult, which literally has Zionist settlers in Palestine, and the fact that Kendrick Lamar is a Protestant, and the Black church is Zionist, has a pattern of Zionist normalization, right? There's probable cause to say that Kendrick Lamar is a Zionist, right? Actually, let's go. Well, I'm gonna do a video on Sheikh Ibrahim Zakzaki later. Nipsey Hussle, because I want to show you that yes, in fact, he was Eritrean. So, his dad was Eritrean. Come on, we know Eritrea has a pattern of Zionist normalization, right? Especially Eritrean Christians. Nope. I'm gonna do a whole video on that, about exposing Ethiopia and Eritrea for being Zionist. But Eritrea has a pattern of Zionist normalization, so it's no surprise that Nipsey Hussle was a right-winger and a liberal Zionist. So there you go. So yeah, Kendrick is a liberal Zionist. Boycott Kendrick. He's been silent on Palestine. Right? Here's it. Oh, this Twitter's garbage nowadays, man. So there you go.